You did crazy, oh, you ain't on a payroll. Can't be hanging with the same bros. We don't even go to the same shows. So please be quiet, I'm being polite. You did crazy, oh, you ain't on a payroll. Can't be hanging with the same bros. We don't even go to the same shows. So please be quiet, I'm being polite.
Hey yo, T-Beats, you killed this one,
Ice cubes up in my cup. If it's spice, one pour it up. She's a bad influence and looking like one of us.
Hello guys and girls and welcome back. It's Big John here. The at's at the bottom of the screen if you like to listen to my music. So is all the relevant information I'll be speaking about in this video. And today we're going to be starting off a new series. This is a technical analysis series where I'm going to be going through some of the major pairs and I'm going to be showing you what we think that these pairs could be doing in today's movement, or let's say at least the 24 hours of the market movement that's about to come. I'm going to be trying to get these videos out every single day on market close at Asian session, around about that gap period and when the market starts up again. So we're going to be able to see what the market should hopefully be doing during the course of that day. That will most likely cover a bit of Asian session, because obviously that's when I release it. It will cover what could possibly happen in London session and New York, but it will be in one video explaining this. I hope you guys and girls are going to like this new addition to the channel, and I hope it's going to get a lot of people pips. You know, I've dropped a lot of strategy videos, and I think right now is the time to make sure that everyone can catch some pips, just like we do in my mentorship. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so you can see you're on my chart at the moment. I have the daily chart on my left hand side and I have the weekly chart on my right hand side. That's over here. And also you're probably wondering what else I have on my chart. I have a Fibonacci here. So I'll just show you the settings of my Fibonacci. Please feel free to copy them if you want to, and then we'll move forward from that. So this is a nice clean chart. All I have here is a Fibonacci and levels of support and resistance. That's all I'm going to be having here, literally. The rules for this whole series going forward is this is not signals. I'm not giving out signals here. I'm just giving out my opinion on where I believe the market can go towards each day or as the week progresses. That's all I'm doing. There is not an entry strategy that I'm giving you in these videos as well. If you'd like to understand how to gain an entry strategy and how me and my students do so, please join up the mentorship. The link will be in the description below. In terms of where we think the market might be able to go, this is what my bias is on the market and what I'm seeing here. All I expect everyone to do is hopefully grab some pips if they manage to catch something from one of these levels or so. So when we go into Euro-USD here, we can see that there's a clear level of support here. We have liquidity down this area here because we have a wick that was left right down here. And we also have liquidity here. So last week, Euro-USD kept selling because it wanted to cover the liquidity it left from the previous week or previous weeks. We can see there was one here. There's even another one here. So let's just mark this one out here. So we can see that there's another spike there. So this is what Euro-USD did. So if Euro-USD wants to continue to go down, yeah, then most likely Euro-USD could go and cover this liquidity over here. This is what it could be doing and find itself some type of support along this level or along this price action level around here. If not, what I'm expecting hopefully so is the market finds its support level where it is right now here. That's right here on this number. And what I'm expecting for it to do is hopefully go back up and clear this liquidity it left around here. So we have the price action number just around here. So I'm expecting Euro-USD to go into a buy phase as long as this level right here in the market holds as a level of support. And this is what we should be looking for on Euro-USD. On GBPUSD, we can see here that GBPUSD, if we go into the weekly time frame first, we can see that GBPUSD did exactly the same thing. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be asking me, okay, but what does this mean? What does that mean? What is etc.? Liquidity is just a zone of where the market was previously at, and let's say it couldn't make a decision on what it was going to do here, buy or sell. So what it did is it left a wick here. This is the term of what I'm calling liquidity. So you can see that there's a wick here and there's basically money left behind that the market needs to go and grab. So for the market to go and grab this money, what they'll do is in another week, another day, it depends, it can happen on multiple time frames, they will go and chase this. This is what we call it in our mentorship program. And we can see here that last week, this is all they did. So the market was in a continuous trend because they went to go chase this liquidity here. And you can see it also wanted to go and cover this liquidity over here. So now what we're expecting it to do, if it's found a nice level of support along here and doesn't want to keep selling, we're expecting the market to do what? find a support level here, and then possibly head back up towards this liquidity here. Now you see on the daily time frame, you don't really see much here. This is why I'm using the weekly, because these are strong levels of where the market has left money behind, and if it wants to go somewhere, it most likely can go to that level. Doesn't have to. I'm not saying it has to, but if it wants to, this is the direction of where it could go towards. So GBP USD, I'm looking at a buy as long as this level of support here on this price action level right here holds. If that level holds right there, then I am going to be looking for a buy and heading up towards these levels here. So the 50% on the weekly fib, or the 0.6 or the 0.382. USD Japanese yen. Now this is very high when we're looking at it from a weekly perspective. It's a bit of an awkward place as well where it closed. So we're in a position where, and it's good, I like that people can see what's happening here. We have the market closed here, a bit of an indecision candle because we can see it left liquidity to the top and the bottom. So that gives us a position of, we have to start looking at other confluences. Confluence for me would be that you can see prices stopped on a weekly time frame, the weekly being much stronger than the daily and any time frame lower. It is now stopped on the 50% of the Fibonacci. So this is the golden zone. We know this. This is why I have this marked out as a golden zone. I've gone over this in other videos as well. And if not, there's loads of videos on YouTube regarding the golden zone and the Fibonacci. So we can see the 50% here is where it's stopped. So if it finds a level of support here, then I'm expecting it to go up to this level here and cover this liquidity right here. These are the price action levels, is on the Fibonacci. But we do have a tricky side here to it as well. We can see that there's loads of liquidity to the downside here, here, and here. So more favorably, it might decide to buy up and go towards this level and then sell down rapidly to go and cover these. We just have to see how the week plays out. Price is not high for me, or it's not low for me. I would be waiting to see what this pair does before I decide to take any action, whether I'm going to buy or sell. I'm just giving you an idea of what the market can do and why it might be doing it. So if you see it selling, then you know it's going to grab all of this liquidity and possibly this and this. I say it might stop around this level here if it does decide to continue to sell this week. Now we have a similar situation happen here with USD Swiss franc, as we can see that the market is, again, it stopped on an indecision candle, so you didn't have too much going on one direction in terms of the volume of the candle, the body of the candle. We can see it left a bit of a wick here and a bit of a wick here. So we can see that there's a lot of liquidity left up to the top side here, and there's a little bit left here. So more than anything, what I would like to see from the market is I would like to see it buy up to around this area here, and then find itself some type of resistance around this level. Then I would like to see it go down and cover this liquidity here and this liquidity here. Of course, if the market does start to sell down, then it might also find itself a support around here, and then it could buy back up towards this level here. So you see, this is why I said I should be doing this hopefully so daily, so we can see how the market's moving stage by stage and see what's happening. And like I said, I'm just trying to get everybody some pips, and I'm going to say, please hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe, because we're going to be catching loads and loads and loads of pips. In terms of trade ideas, I've been doing this for well over a year now, coming up to 2 years in terms of giving it out to the public. In my Charlie and the Chocolate Factory section in my Discord, I've been doing this, and I did stop for a while, but I said, you know what, if I am going to continue to do it, then I want to do it on YouTube so the whole world can have access to this. So smash that like, smash the comments. Let's try and get this video to at least 500 likes, if not 1K. 500 for now, we'll start, you know. But after 1K, man, come on, man, I'm doing this, man. So you can see right now that we've got a lot of liquidity once again up to the top side, and down to the bottom side here is just a little bit. So let's see how this plays out first, but we've got it on the list as it's a major. Okay, so we've got AUD USD. Similar to the other USD pairs, we saw a continuous trend of the USDs. We can see that, if anything, what this pair was doing last week is there was a lot of liquidity down here. So we can see there was liquidity here, here, some more here, some more here. So the market obviously wanted to go and clear all of that. Now with this pair, what we're seeing more than anything than just liquidity to where it is now, we're seeing a strong level of weekly support here based on this price action level right here. So what we're going to be doing is expecting price to either go down to this level, or if it's found a support here, which would be fantastic for us. It doesn't always have to go to these levels. If it's found a support here, remember this is a weekly time frame, so it's very strong, each of these Fibonacci levels. So it could find a support here, and if it does find a support here right about here on this level, then we're going to be expecting the market to do what? We're expecting the market to go back up and cover this liquidity around this zone here, and that's where I'd be looking to take a buy from. So my bias on this pair is that it should be buying. If it doesn't continue to break down, you know, during Asian session going into London, then we're going to definitely be looking at some type of level of a buy going towards here. If it's going to do a big buy as well, this is what they like to call a propulsion candle. So this is a huge candle, and most likely price is going to go cover this candle at some point. So hopefully it's this week for us and we can catch some pips in a buy. That would be nice. That would be epic. And Usdcad, this was a lovely buy. Now we can see what happened here. We had this huge buy last week on Usdcad. Now this doesn't have to happen straight away when I talk about liquidity grabs. It doesn't have to, but over a period of time, this is how we're going to catch some great moves. And if you do, please put in the comments below, come into my Discord group and put in the testimonials as well. So, you know, thanks for the YouTube shout out, I managed to catch this trade. You know, I don't mind all of that. Yep. So we can see straight away that here price had a massive liquidity spike left here from previous week, and what happened is that the market last week just went to go and cover this clean as day, and it left another wick just here. So that means there's another liquidity spike. Now this is a clear candle and I'm not seeing too much, and when I say clear I mean a big like engulfing candle. I'm not seeing too much of liquidity left around this zone, so I'm looking more at a support level here. So this is more round about, I would say, just under the 61.8 on the daily Fibonacci. So we're looking more about if price is going to pull back to maybe this zone here or this zone here, then we could be looking at a continuation buy. And when I say continuation buy, let me just head over to the weekly chart now. When I say a continuation buy, I'm now explaining that you can see that price could come back up to cover this liquidity here, and then it's got some liquidity around this zone here as well that could be going back towards eventually to go up to around about this level here, this price action here. So I'd say we're looking at a continuation of a buy. If it decides to pull back to maybe the 50 on the daily chart, it might decide to do that or go towards this level here, but we'll see how it plays out. Right now, if you're not in a sell from up here on this pair, then you just have to wait and see how it plays out. Wait for it to get to a zone. This is all about being patient at Forex and what people explain about patience, patience, patience. You wait for your top-down analysis setup, and then you have a way of finding entry. We have a way of finding entry to these pairs that I teach in my mentorship, and that's what we do. We wait for these setups to play. If there's only 2 in a week, we take them. If there's 8 in a week, we'll take them. If there's 1 in a week, we'll get that. And we just wait for that, and then we'll gain entry to get the continuation of the buy or the sell going down, etc. And that about wraps it up. Like I said, I'm trying to make these videos short and sweet. Please feel free to join the Discord below. Please do not come into the Discord asking me if any of these pairs, or anyone in the group, if any of these pairs are ready to buy or sell now. We're not doing none of that out here. It's just watch these videos. You can comment in the YouTube below, but even in the YouTube, there's no need to start asking every single person, is it going to buy or sell now? I don't want hundreds of different debates on what it could do based on fundamentals and all this stuff. I'm just asking people to respect the fact that all we're trying to do is just have an idea about the market. It's not a signal group. It's just, let's just keep it simple. Yeah, it's either you take the trades or you don't. If you do take the trades and you do win, please then put some, you know, positive comments. I just want positivity around here, and also in the Discord as well. And on that note, I'm going to leave you to it. And if you would like to get into any of the signals or anything like that, then all you have to do, once again, hit me up in the Discord. I will be able to help you out. And please, once again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy Big John. I'm going to be out after this. Remember, I'm going to be trying to do this 5 days a week, so long as I can do this as much as possible. It'll be 5 to 4 days. We'll see how it goes anyway, but as much as possible. And it's going to be just before, just when the market does close, going into Asian session. This is what we're going to be doing. So it's your boy Big John, and I'm out.